Welcome to another edition of the Nerds Delight podcast. We're your host today, JayRow.
And CrumpCasso.
Welcome. We got my boy Chris back in the building today. What's going on, sir?
Yes, sir. What's going on, my guys?
What's up, man? We're happy to have you back. Today's episode is a special episode near and dear to all three of us, actually. We're going to do a tribute episode to Jason David Frank, aka Tommy, aka the Green Ranger, aka the White Ranger. Most recently, he just passed away. So we want to do an episode to honor, to his life and honor what he meant to each one of us. So Chris, since you're here, not to start off somber, but to just kind of get your thoughts on everything. When did you find out about the passing and how did it affect you?
Yeah, when I got up yesterday morning, man, I like I do, just like I guess like most of us this age, we don't really read the newspaper or anything. Like Facebook is our newspaper, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I got up there, and one of my friends, they had posted, and it was kind of one of those things where it was like, she put it up there and she said, R.I.P. JDL, but it was like until confirmed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy that TMT is like our, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, it's real, you know what I'm saying? So, I was still hopeful, you know what I mean? Like, in the beginning, I was very like, like how, some shit kind of go with all of this. It's like, people might like start to ride the wave before they actually got the confirmation.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I went back and checked probably about 2-3 hours later, and it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, initially, just the first aspect of it, like, you kind of like, nah, man, this is probably a hoax, so it's probably
Same.
Whatever. But then when you actually hear it, it's like, damn, like, come on, man, like, nah. And then, you compound it with the fact of, like, kind of details as far as, like, the suicide or whatever. That always makes you feel like almost kind of like, really? Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, I wish, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, I wish somebody could have got to him or said something, but again, you never know what's going on in somebody's head, or
Yeah.
Like from the outside looking in, you might be like, yeah, like they got everything, or they living a good life, but at the same time, you never know, really what's going on in somebody's mind. So
Yeah.
it was really just jarring more than anything. Just hearing the news, getting the news confirmed, and then just being like, I know for most of us around our age, he was somebody that was very like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Power Rangers was a real thing.
Yeah.
As far as, when we were growing up. So
Yeah.
it's like, man, that's a massive loss. And
Yeah.
Just condolences to his family, and
Yeah.
all of the good things that anybody could say, but all of us, I feel, are probably experiencing some sort of like, man, that was my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we watched him and all of that stuff. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Crump, go ahead.
Yeah, mine was a pretty similar experience. I got a text, actually, a direct text. My boys just hit me up, and it was like, it was probably like, I don't know, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And he was like, yo, did you hear the Green Ranger died? And I was like, nah, like, it's kind of similar. I was like kind of in disbelief, like not believing it. So I went to
Huh? What day was this?
What's the day? Yesterday or Saturday?
Okay.
Yesterday.
They said it was like, it would have been, I guess, Saturday when he actually died.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they didn't find out until Sunday. Yeah.
Like mine, I didn't hear it until yesterday. So.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Me too. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure. I didn't realize that it was technically, I guess, like Saturday night then, technically, I guess. And they didn't.
Probably.
Okay.
Like
yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. But yeah, my boy had texted me yesterday morning. It was like, yeah, did you hear that the Green Ranger died? And kind of, like I said, I didn't kind of disbelieve. I went straight to Google, and it was only surprisingly, there was only one article that I saw. I forgot the source was, but it still seemed like a pretty legit source, even though it was only one article about it. I was like, man, it seems pretty legit. So yeah, I was kind of like, dang, that's kind of crazy. I think I mentioned to you, JayRow, yesterday that I heard before that he had issues with, like, I think substance abuse or depression or something like that, but that was a while ago. So I'm thinking, like, he's past that now. He's, I guess similar to, like, X, like DMX, whatever. Like, thinking like, okay, that was in his past. He's over that now. I've been seeing him at like tons of conventions and Comic-Con, all that kind of stuff. I've been seeing him on TV shows. Like, I know he's made like several like guest appearances and stuff like that on a TV show lately and everything. So I'm thinking like that's done and over with. So to hear, like, I guess he lost that battle with depression. Like Chris was saying, you never really know what somebody's going through. So it's kind of crazy. That really caught me off guard. I was definitely shocked.
Yeah, it definitely caught me off guard too. And thank you both for sharing too. Like, truly, like it's crazy how everyone's experience of receiving news is similar, because there was always that state of shock at first, and then the initial responses, let me do my own research to see what's going on, and then after that, if you don't see it initially, you're like, oh snap, it might be a hoax, it might be like, it might be fake. So you're like, oh, we let's calm down. Then more news starts circulating and stuff like that, and then bang, it's confirmed. That's how I felt. Like, that's initially, like, when that happened to me, I was in a state of shock. Marcus called me to check in and see how I was doing. And it was crazy because I didn't believe him. Just didn't believe him. I was like, nah. I immediately went to a default, like what happened with Kobe, because what happened with Kobe, I was like, that wasn't that, because when that news first happened, I was like, that's not real. It's fake. But this right here, it was fake. I was like, it's fake. But then when it got confirmed officially, I was shocked. I was shocked. And like what you said, Chris, too, is like a piece of your childhood is going away. Like, it just went away. Because of, like, dude was a very iconic figure in our childhood. Like, seriously. Guy was like the Green Ranger. I always say the Green Ranger because, like, even though the Green Ranger was he was there at a shorter time span than the White Ranger, the Green Ranger was the more iconic role because he was the bad guy turned the good guy, and he had more of a cooler aspect to him as the Green Ranger. Yeah, because I always liked that, man, because he's the guy, like, he's the only one to break tradition. Like, he was the only villain to jump up all the way up to the Megazord, go in there and beat all them up, kick them out the Megazord, follow them back down, beat them up again, and then Jason Red Ranger was like, I can take him there, and they fight, and then he beat his butt, and then he do some Street Fighter moves, shoot a Hadouken at him, and then they all get beat up, and he's over there laughing at him. I was like, yo, that's got to be like the most epic scene of Power Rangers, like, to this day right now. I'm like, yo, that goes down in history, man. Yeah, it was iconic, man. Go ahead, Chris.
Nah, I was saying, man, for sure, bro. That's like like this kind of like the lore, as far as, like, I'm concerned, as far as, like, I mean, he was my favorite Ranger. You know what I'm saying? So
why was he your favorite Ranger?
Well, I mean, it's a couple of things. Like, when they first came out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never really, like, I never gravitated to any of them. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I would say, like, I was like halftime, like, maybe Black Ranger, because like, how we all used to play, like, oh, I'm such and such, or I'm this Ranger, I'm that Ranger. So I was like kind of floating, like, on the Black Ranger, whatever, because he was black and all these types of things like that. But like, he came later. So everybody else kind of had their established, like, yo, this is mine, and it was just like perfect. It was like, oh, okay, I didn't really have one, and he just fit, like you said, he was a little edgy, he was a little, whatever. And I mean, I know he was the bad guy, whatever, at the beginning, but it's one of them things where he was like a bad guy, but you liked him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
always crazy, but like even in transitioning into the White Ranger and all that shit, he always had all the coolest, like kind of the coolest shit. He had his own
did.
Zord.
Yeah.
He had his
Yeah.
own, whatever. And like for me, it was just like, bam, okay. Like I was kind of late, or I didn't really jive with truthfully any of them. So it was like,
Mhm.
yo, that's my guy when he came
Yeah.
out. And
Yeah,
he
he
was
stood
just
out the most
cool,
too, Chris.
huh?
He stood out the most because he had the shield. He had the
Yeah,
shield.
you know
He
what I
had
mean?
the
Yeah.
dragon flute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
It-
know what I'm saying? So it was
yeah.
like, bro, it was like all of that combined in the one. You know what I'm saying? It won't just like, oh, he was the cool. Like I didn't switch or nothing like that. It was just more like I didn't like when we would play. I never really had like, oh, I'm really this, because
Mhm.
nobody wanted to be the Blue Ranger. You know what I'm saying? He was trash as far as peers went. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
I didn't like the Red Ranger. To me, he was like a little smug, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I didn't really jive with him. Like I said, the Black Ranger, he was just kind of like cool in the, how we are as
Yeah.
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? He was cool, but one of my homies, he was already the Black Ranger. So it just for me, it just
Yeah.
fit in a certain way where it was like, again, we kids and we just playing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, well, my homie, he really, really loved the Black Ranger. So it was like, I'm definitely not gonna try to take that from him.
Mhm.
Right.
And like it just fit, man. I don't know how else to say it. It just fit. It was like, bam, you know what I'm saying? And I think as far as like all of that goes, as far as
Mhm.
the lure and all that, um, he kind of stuck around like the longest and did the most
Yeah.
with the franchise and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even like the newer iterations, like I didn't watch any of that stuff,
Yeah.
Right.
but like I know he was still prominent as far as that went.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you said, guest starring, guest appearances, all
Mhm.
that good stuff. And
Yeah.
even like, for us, the movie, the Power Rangers movie
Yeah.
came out and shit.
Yeah, I
Like it was
remember.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bro, that shit was on another level, man.
It
It
was.
truly was on another level. And I some of my friends and people that I have acquaintances with, like it's cool to see like everybody's kind of on the same page on some like, bro, like I mean he might not have been like like a Denzel as far as like acting
Of
and
course.
all that
Yeah.
shit
Right.
Yeah.
goes,
Yeah.
but what he represented to us
To the
at our
culture, man.
age
To
or
the
what that
culture.
Yeah.
was, it's something different, man. And you can't replace it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I agree with that 100%.
Hey, Crump, who was your favorite Ranger? Was it him?
It was, and kind of some of the Chris, like I kind of teetered back and forth between like Tommy, Green Ranger, whatever, and the Black Ranger. The Black Ranger
Mhm.
seemed to have like the swag and it's kind of cool, like I can
Yeah.
relate
Right.
to. But Green Ranger just had so many dope things. Like he like you said earlier, Drew, like he just stood out. Like his fighting skills and just like the food. He had his own Zord. Even when he became White Ranger, he had the Tiger Zord. He had the
Yeah.
that saber. That don't talk to him. Like what?
Yeah.
Like it literally, he would literally throw it and it would fly around and come back to him. Like he was
Yeah.
just so dope. I definitely gotta say, yeah, he's my favorite. And then Zach, the Black Ranger, probably a close second. But
Yeah.
yeah, Tommy was my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like I agree. I like I'm combining both of you guys things because Tommy was my favorite, obviously. And for me, like just seeing like how animated he was when he fought. He always had that seat. And then,
Yeah.
he would all yeah, dude would do all like the crazy. He would do the most extra stuff when he's fighting. And then like he get hurt, he was like, one thing you can say about him, he would give it his all. He would give it. He would show you like, dude, like, yo, if he hurting, he hurting. If he's doing good, he's doing good.
Yeah.
I remember this one scene when he was fighting his clone. it was the putties, it was like the evil rangers and whatnot. And then they try to jump him and Kimberly in the park and stuff. And he was like, come on, Tommy, let me see what you can do. And Tommy's over there. He said he ran, and then the dude started flipping. He did like 4 flips and flipped over. I was like, Tommy, you doing too much, man. Yo, I was like, yo. And then there was Tommy over there kicking him and stuff. And then he had like, Tommy made the little ninja shoes look cool. I was there like, what? Like, dude wearing ninja shoes while he's fighting?
Yeah.
Like, this is he's not in his Power Ranger get up. He's in regular clothes wearing ninja shoes.
Wow.
Like, come on, Tommy.
Like, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. Like, this is more of a cynical kind of like, as you say, approach or outlook on it.
Yeah.
Like, when I tell you I hated the Red Ranger, like, I hated it. I hated that. Like, to me, he was so smug, man. He was such a, and so for me, like one of the major reasons why I liked him was he like kind of replaced him as, you know what I'm saying? Like what he was saying, like his shit was always cooler.
Yeah.
Even in the episode with the green and all that shit, he stole his little, you know, he had the Red Ranger had the
the green candle episode with his yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was that type of thing where it was like, to me, he challenged the shit that I had the biggest problem with as far as the show. I didn't like the Red Ranger. He was quote unquote the leader.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool to have, you know, somebody like an opposition. And ultimately he kind of overtook him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, this ain't nothing against the actual guy that played him or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the way that dynamic kind of was, and as far as that went, it was just like, this shit was perfect for me. I was like, fuck that guy. I don't like him. I don't like nothing that he has going on. And I'm just being honest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that included, but you know what I'm saying, when you roll all of that together and just how all of that kind of unfolded for me as a kid, it was like, man, like this shit is awesome.
Yeah.
That was my big. I know it's like, you know what I'm saying, again, I open it with a disclaimer. Like, I know it's a little kind of cynical, you know what I'm saying, view of it or whatever, but that's what it was for me. And it was like, man, thank you. Like, cause I could not stand it, bro. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
I could not stand it.
Nah, it's crazy you even say that, man, because he did. I feel like as soon as he elevated the show, he elevated the shows as soon as he got there. And I mean, the show, like as a kid, the show was the coolest thing in the world because it's like, you know, what it was. But then when he just added a certain level of coolness and like the martial arts looked better and all that stuff because he was a trained martial artist already doing the stuff. And so like just to see, and then like him bringing the same energy off the set to his fans, because what Jordan was saying, dude always appeared in these cons and these morphin festivals and stuff like that. He loved the Power Ranger fans. That dude loved his fans. Like, and his fans always treated him good. They always like they said he would take pictures with everybody. He would respond to everybody. Yeah. He even responded to me on Instagram one time. I said, yo, like this thing. He sent me like fire emojis and stuff. I was like, yo, Tommy spoke to me.
That's what's up, man.
I was like, yo, this dude spoke to me.
And this the thing, like, this is one of the things that's kind of coming out the most. Like, you see how like involved with his fans he was, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, this is no lie. And I mean, it might just be my circle, or I mean, like, I got a kind of wide circle. But like people that I know that's into this type of thing, like, bro, like every one of them are posting like pictures with him, like stuff he signed, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this just feed into what JayRow was saying, bro. Like, he was really one of those guys that was like you know, like he kind of shined away from his thing and like, man, like these guys getting on my nerves. Like, nah, he wasn't that dude, bro. He was really like he was really like open and welcoming into like, yo, like I know y'all love me. I know y'all fuck with me. So bro,
Yeah.
like I'll take a picture. Like you want me
Yeah,
to sign this, you want me to sign that. Like it's like
yeah,
at least I say easily on my timeline, at least 10 motherfuckers that's
Yeah.
saying, you know what I'm saying, like this into that type of thing.
mm-hmm.
They're like, bro, like yo, I got this picture with him. I got this with him. And I'm like, yeah, like that's like genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everybody can't be saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. No, I'm. It's sad though, man. It's like it's sad because of the fact that, like you said, like how much he gave to his fans. It showed
Mm-hmm.
like how much he loved what he did. And I remember there was an article he had said, like I remember they wanted to go darker with the Power Rangers, and he was like, I'm not with that. My audience is for kids. Like I want to show something that the kids can enjoy.
Oh wow.
And I was like, wow, like this dude had an opportunity to go darker with the Power Rangers, but he chose not to. He chose
Yeah.
to stays to entertain kids. And I just feel like that spoke volumes to him as what he believed in.
It does.
And
Yeah.
so and it was just awesome to see that he, even though like you know how some people, like you were saying, Chris, like how some of the Rangers, the past Rangers, sorry, weren't as involved with the universe. He was involved. He
Right.
stayed involved, and he didn't mind being involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it was awesome because he gave fans an opportunity to just say thank you.
He was he showed up in the like the remake, right?
You mean the movie?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like a cameo. It was like a cameo appearance. Him and
right.
Kimberly was up there. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot.
I
Yeah.
thought they had I thought they had most of them, honestly. Like if I'm remembering correctly, I mean again, this was like I showed my son this
Mm-hmm.
um just you know what I'm saying, just because like I showed him the Ninja Turtles, you know what I'm saying? Like I just try to give him things that I was interested in, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like so he could kind of like he might gravitate towards it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna give you two things. The like I used to flip and do all that kind of stuff in
I
school.
remember. I remember.
Yo, bro, that's literally what that was from. Like that's my hand the guy. Like, bro, that was I was emulating that on TV. You know, I ain't have no coach or I ain't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
just like we learned. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it was like, and I saw him doing the flip. Like I can do that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so, that was what that was. And then the second thing was this kind of this a different kind of story. Um, you know the junk used to come on Fox,
Yep.
Fox
Yeah.
Family. You know what I'm
Yep.
Yeah.
saying? For kids or whatever. And yo, bro, like this. I'm telling you, like right hand the guy. You know how they used to have the things where you could like you like it would PO box such and such, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
California, whatever. Man, I I was filling shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like I wrote the shit down. You know what I'm saying? And did all of this or whatever. Man, I won one of the junks, and they sent me the Green Ranger box, the box set with the
Oh,
Green
okay.
Ranger in it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
On
dope.
video, on VHS, I still got it. I still have that shit.
Wow.
And I ended up winning that junk, and like my they called the house and they was like, yo, you got such and such down here. They told my dad, they told my parents or whatever. They
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
came down and they went down and picked it up and brought it back to me. But it was some shit that was like, I did that on my own. You know what I'm saying? I filled out all the paper. I filled out everything on the box or whatever. I don't even
Yeah.
remember what they were asking you to do.
Yeah.
But I just remember I won that shit. I lost one. I lost the other one because this is the one I really wanted. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep it 100 with y'all.
Yeah.
I wanted the Dragon Dagger. They had another one that came
Oh
out that you
wow.
got with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Where you
Yeah.
motherfucking played the like I didn't win that one, but I mean I can't be like, oh, I ain't never like bro, that shit was real.
Yeah.
I fucking filled that shit out. They sent me the Green Ranger box. You know what I'm saying? That's still one of my like You know what I'm saying? Like, not like I watch a VHS or nothing like that, but I just,
Right, but
you know,
Yeah,
as a kid, you remember winning certain shit. And I was
yeah.
like,
yeah,
And
damn,
it's a treasure, man.
like,
It's a treasure.
yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it's one of those bright spots in your life when you look back, you be like, damn, they fucking, like, they picked my shit.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's dope.
I filled out the shit for the Dragon Dagger, but I ain't get that. That's the one I really want. So I really
Yeah.
wanted to keep it hot with you. I still ain't got that motherfucker, bro. I still ain't got that Dragon Dagger, man. I really wanted that, John, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Nah, that was cool, man. I remember wanting one of those too growing up, the Dragon Dagger. I got like the Power Rangers action figure,
The
but
figure.
but I
Yeah.
never got the little thing like dun, 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 dun. I never
Yeah,
got that.
man.
So man, I missed out on that. That was one of the things I missed out on too. Do y'all have anything else you want to add before we close out for this episode?
I do have one last thing I want to say.
Yeah.
It's kind of random, but since we
Go
already
ahead.
talking about the Dragon Dagger, you know what's crazy that I just thought about just now? It never even occurred to me that the Dragon Dagger worked, and by that I don't even mean physically. Like, obviously the fact that he was playing on the flute through the helmet makes zero sense. But I don't even mean that. I mean the like marketing wise, like the fact that this dude was playing a flute and we all accepted it. It was dope. Like, if you came to me right now and said we're gonna make a new Ranger and he can play a flute and it's gonna be a dagger, I would look at you and say that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. But it wasn't. It worked. It was so dope. It worked. Like marketing wise, when you think about it, it makes no sense, but it worked. It was the dopest thing, yo. It was
Yeah,
the
that shit
dopest
was,
thing.
bro. I can't even
Yeah.
hold it, dog. Yeah.
It was stupid, but it was cool.
Like, that shit
Yeah.
was dope. That shit was dope as hell, man.
It
Yeah.
was. It's crazy.
Just like what Chris said, man, he elevated the cool factor of Power
Yeah,
Rangers.
he did.
Right,
He really
right.
did, man. Time was that dude, Jason David Frake, RMP.
Yeah, man.
RP. I saw a video today, actually, this morning, actually, saying both of y'all already been saying that he actually directly said himself he was at, I don't know, some meet and greet type thing or whatever, and he was saying like people say, "Oh man, I love you so much. Can we get an autograph?" Blah blah blah. He's like, don't you ever get tired of people coming up to you saying that? And he said like, "No, I'll never get tired of people coming and telling me I'm their hero or they want a picture and everything." And he said if anybody ever tells you that, then they don't deserve to be a hero. And I was like, "Damn, that's real."
Wow.
He said that. He said that. Yeah.
Wow.
If I can go back and find the video, I'll send it to you. But yeah, I was like, wow, that's real. Like, one of the realest, man.
Damn.
That's super dope, man. That fit that dude perfectly, man. Like, again, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't never really know, you don't never really know like the person behind the character.
Yeah.
But man, from everything that I've like kind of gathered, like, you know what I'm saying, in this past and even before, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would see certain people like, you know what I'm saying, they would post little things here and there. And like, again, that was my favorite Ranger. So you know how your antennas be up for certain things. Like, you know, it's like, oh damn, that's my nigga, that's my boy. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my boy, Jason David Frank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, bro, like he just seemed like a cool dude, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, he really just seemed like a cool dude. And it's like one of them things where, like, even, you know, sometimes you might like kind of get a glimpse of your heroes or whatever. You're like, man, like this guy. Like,
Yeah.
man, like I like the character, but it's kind of,
Yeah.
I know I kind of see who the dude behind the character is, and it makes you like, bro, I ain't got a hint of that. I ain't got a hint of none of that as far as like what I've been seeing and what I've experienced and other people is like, you know what I'm saying, like on my timeline and stuff like that, man. It just seemed like, bro, like this is like we literally lost like one of like you said, our heroes, our childhood heroes, man.
Yeah.
It ain't no getting around that. It ain't no, you know, kind of, you know what I'm saying, trying to church that up. It's like, man, that was one that, like I said, even when I saw it, it was like, man, please let this just be a hoax. Please let this be not true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's sad, man, because I was just, and I'm gonna close it on this. It's sad because we just lost the voice actor of Batman of the animated series and Justice League, and now we just lost another piece of our childhood. So it's like pieces of our childhood are leaving us, but it's up to us to keep those images and keep these people's impact on us, like keep it forever and maintain it and cherish it.
Yeah.
And you know, just and pass it on to the next generation.
Yeah.
So, but thank you both for your words and your experiences with Tommy, as well as thank you guys for listening to us just just be nerdy about an impact of an icon. So thank you guys for tuning in. Click like and subscribe to the channel, and put your favorite Tommy moment in the comments, and tell us why he's your favorite Ranger.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out, hopefully look at our next videos, and talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.